Satnam and welcome again. This month we are working on the Kriya for the sciatic nerve, which is a lovely Kriya, works both the upper body and the lower body. Sciatic nerve is the longest nerve of the body. It's considered from the yogic perspective to be the life nerve. So a lot of this Kriya works with vitality, alignment, and I want to invite you to remember that your body is a whole system. So as above, so below, as within, so without. So even though we're doing a lot of arm movements, remember that energetically, the pathways of your energy field are related above and below. So if you're wondering why a lot of these movements, just remember we are looking at your body more than a physical entity. We're also considering it at the energetic level. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Let's go ahead and tune in, just inviting you to center inward in whichever way you feel called. Closing your eyes, ideally focused at the brow point, centering that attention inward through the breath. Following the breath with Sat Nam, Sat, truth. On the inhale, Nam is name, true identity. Calling forth and evoking what is in potential inside of you as the seed potential that already exists. We rub palms together as we bring ourselves into the heart. Take a nice breath into center. And exhale. And let's tune in with Adi Mantra. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and exhale. Resting, just allowing and opening to the experience of the sound current in, through, and around you. So the first part of this Kriya starts in a standing, we're going to be doing a lot of standing movements. I also have a piece by Dev Surup called God and Me that I really love that just gives this perfect pulse for the movements. So I want to invite you to think of rhythm and find your flow. So the first movement, we are going to stand up and you are going to be centering on your left foot. So your left foot is planted into the floor. Your left arm is extended straight out. Think of yourself as deepening and extending. And that is your foundation. And from here, the right arm is relaxed. It can either be behind or below, but just let it relax. And what you're going to be doing is you're simply going to let the right leg extend up without twisting or turning. You really want it to be straight out to the side. So you're not trying to get anywhere with it. You're just allowing that leg to open. This is going to balance the brain and open up the sciatic nerve. So I'm just going to begin the music and enjoy it. This is a great So rooting into that left foot, extending out with the arm. Sorry, I just realized I forgot to get my prop here. Okay, beautiful. So nice and steady. If you need to, you can open your eyes and look forward into a point that doesn't move. The breath is going to be natural. Just let it be what it is. The key is to let yourself be grounded, rooted, stable, finding stability within the instability. Beautiful. Again, everything else is relatively relaxed. Just that right effort into the stability. Last one. Inhale. Keep the arm extended. Suspend. Exhale, relax. Shake it out if you need to. Just feel into it. Notice how the body responds. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Planting to the right foot, extending through the right arm. This one might be completely different. And that's what we want. We want to know where the body is right now. What is happening? Again, the breath is going to be natural. Keep the chin at a right angle. Keep that head above the heart. Beautiful. And inhale, exhale, relax, rest, and just notice how the body receives that experience. Beautiful. So for the next one, our feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. Our fingers are going to be together. Arms are going to be extended up in a V. So they're straight up rather than forward or back. They're straight up into a V. You're stable into the floor and you're moving from your center. Inhale left, exhale right. Closing the eyes, focusing inward. The breath is going to come natural. Keep the arms as straight as possible. Remember, move from your center. And that can only happen if you're planted and rooted through your feet. The invitation is to move as fast as comfortably possible. The head stays just where it is. The torso is moving, so the head moves with the torso. Keep those eyes focused at the brow point. If for some reason you need to slow it down, just be where you are, start where you are, and move from there. Keep those arms straight as fast as you can. Doing great. Just a few more seconds. And inhale, center. Stretch, reach. Exhale, relax. Roll the shoulders if you need to. Come to a comfortable standing posture and just notice how the body receives the breath. The experience. Beautiful. So for the next movement, our feet are going to be hip width apart. Our fingers are going to be nice and spread. Our arms are going to be at 60 degrees. So not in front, not above, but at a 60-degree angle. Arms are straight. And what you're going to do is you're scissoring. And your eyes are going to be open, focused at the point where the hands are meeting each other and crossing. So the thing that I can say about this one is that what you want to do is you want to just make the movement internal rather than opening and closing. It's really nice and tight. And it's only about shoulder width. Keep the chin at a right angle. Eyes are going to be open. Keeping those arms stretched. The root lock slightly engaged so you can be pressing down into the earth. And keep going. Breath is going to be natural. Remember, if you feel it in your neck and shoulders, it's very likely your chin. So keep that chin at a neck lock. Keep that chin right angle to the body, parallel to the floor. That will always support you. With anything that we do with arms, that's the foundation. So keep going. We're almost there. Fingers nice and spread. I find that the more you can spread those fingers nice and tight, the easier it is for the arms to do the work for you. Doing great. Keep going. Focus deep at the breath. Well, eyes are open, so you can't really do that. But if you concentrate at the brow point, it will support you to move through it. And inhale straight up. Exhale. Roll it out. Shake it out. And just come to a standing posture, just feeling and receiving. Beautiful. Now, I live in northern Minnesota, so this next one I call the Paul Bunyan lumberjack move. So our feet are going to be more than hip width apart. So they're about shoulder width apart. Toes ideally facing forward. You're going to make this a full body movement. So it's almost like a forward bend. Your fingers are interlaced. You're going to inhale and extend up and open the heart. So you're extending through and up and out through the head and the fingers. Extending. And then exhale as you bring it down. Slight bend with the knees. Inhale as you rise and extend, opening the heart to the sky. Slight bend as you bring it all down. It's a whole body experience. Make sure the head is coming with it all. Good, keep going. This is a lovely one, so enjoy it. It's a real body, full body movement. Use the breath. Extend the arms. And you can, of course, move slower if you need to. Be where you are. Honor your tempo. Start from where you start. Is a great place to be. Keep going. We're almost there. Last one, inhale up. Really open the heart to the sky, stretch. Exhale. And relax here. Just breathing. Okay, we have one more arm movement that's really meaningful. We're going to extend the arms straight out, feet are under the hips. Fingers are all together, palms facing down. Inhale up, 15 degrees from the straight line. Exhale down, 15 degrees from the straight line. So it's just a small movement. Inhale up, exhale down. Keep going. Remember to keep those shoulders relaxed. Draw the shoulders down. Keep the chin at a right angle. Keep that slight movement. It's kind of like an accent downward. The down is rising. It's all there. Go focus inward at the brow point. Once again, keep the arms as straight as possible. Final few seconds, doing great. And once again, inhale straight up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Relax it, move it, and then come to stillness and just notice how the body receives the experience. We're going to do one more exercise before we take a little integrative break. So this next one is kind of an interesting one. What we're going to be doing here, this is actually working with the lumbar vertebrae, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth lumbar. Our feet are going to be slightly more than shoulder width apart with the toes facing forward. Our hands are going to be resting right above the knees, and we're in cow pose. So it's almost like somebody's sitting on your back. And this is really important for that lumbar region to stretch. The movement is going to come from the buttocks, nothing more. This is the confusing part. Your arms stay straight throughout, and all you're going to be doing is bringing the buttocks down, which automatically bends the knees, Your arms are straight, your heart is open. Notice that the curvature is there. The head stays facing forward, chin is at a right angle, and that's all I'm going to do. So it's kind of like a bounce, but my arms stay straight. When I come down, notice that my lumbar region is really bending, right? It's really opening because of the pulse. And what I'm doing is my weight of my body is resting into the hands. So it's like an inhale, exhale. Close the eyes, focus inward, get a feel for it rather than thinking about the movement. The most important thing is to keep those arms straight and move from the buttocks. So you are going to feel it in the legs, I promise, and it's a good feeling. Keep going. Just a little bit more, doing great, just a few more seconds. And now inhale, keep it down. Exhale, stretch it out, shake it out. And come onto your backs for a nice integration. Great work. So by now, you would feel that your whole body has already moved. If you need to, I'd like to invite you to bring the knees to the chest and maybe do a little bit of rocking side to side just to release any tension. And then come onto your backs. In Shavasana, corpse pose, resting. Allowing the body to receive what you've done so far. And that's a beautiful pause of integration. We want to keep the energy moving. So go ahead and take your next breath to bring knees to the chest, wrap your arms around, and if it works for you, chin to the chest, rock forward and back. If not, just rock side to side. And then with your next breath, either roll to the side and gently roll up or rock forward like I did. Okay, so for the next sequence, we're really going to be on the floor. So this next one is almost like a cat and cow, but it's actually in this posture. So your legs are extended. Remember, you are rooted. This is your foundation right here. And our arms are going to be straight out. Chin is at a right angle. And what we're going to do is think of the movement coming more from your navel than anywhere else. Because we're used to moving forward like this, but what we really want to do is press back and roll into cat pose and extend the head forward. So I come back, it's almost like a cat and cow movement. So it's really more this movement. If I were to take the arms away, it's more this movement rather than this movement, okay? there's a natural movement forward because I'm bringing my whole body forward. So it's kind of a stretch rather than a reach and extension. Okay? So we are going to go ahead and hold on just a second. I want to get that music piece that I want to work with, but for some reason it disappeared. Okay, here we go. Okay, so just again, find your own rhythm, extending the arms out, focus inward at the brow point, and begin to move. Inhale as the chest opens, exhale as you stretch into cat. This is actually putting pressure on the lower back. That whole lower body area is where the sciatic nerve ends, and it begins to influence the entire body. So everything is connected. We're just working from that place. Just a little bit more. And go ahead and inhale up. And exhale. Relax and just rest back. Notice how the body receives that experience. Beautiful. So for the next movement, we stay in the same posture. The only thing we're going to add, toes pointed to keep those legs extended. You're going to interlace fingers under the left knee. You want to keep yourself nice and straight with the chin at a right angle. The only thing you're going to do is bend the elbow to raise the leg and bring it down. That's it. Inhale up and exhale down. Keep going. And again, it's very easy to want to bend the knee here. Really want to invite you to stretch those toes so that you can stay in your foundation and keep those legs extended. Beautiful. Go deep into the brow point. Be in your own experience. With your next one, inhale it up. Exhale, release. And just take a moment to feel into the body, noticing how the body receives the experience. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Interlacing fingers under the right leg, extending through the toes, keeping that chin at a right angle, and just bending the elbows. Good. Breath again is going to just come into rhythm. It really is almost like an isolation of the leg. Everything else is really nice and grounded. And just go where the maximum stretch comes from. We're all different. And remember, Kundalini Yoga, we're working with energy first and foremost. Releasing tension in the body to allow the body to remember its own capacity. Keep the heart open. Last one, inhale it up. Exhale, release. Once again, shake it out if you need to. And just relax back to rest and notice how the body receives the experience. So our next movement is going to be a push and pull action. And for some of you, if your navel isn't strong enough and you need to get some extra support, I'll give you some variations. But ideally, your arms are going to be behind. Doesn't matter which way, whatever way is comfortable for you. Elbows are going to be slightly bent and you're going to be balancing into the root. So you're engaging the navel, you're inhaling left, exhaling right. So it's kind of like a push-pull rather than a bicycle action. Now, if you're finding that you're slumping down, that's not a good thing because it's going to hurt your lower back. Your lower back is not meant to hold weight that way. So what I want to invite you to consider instead is to bring your hands, I like to bring them behind my buttocks and still engage the navel. That's the key. Engage the navel and use the movement of the navel. So rather than kind of slumping and having a vacation, you're really actively engaged. Okay, so find your place, grow from that place. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Keep the chin at a right angle. Keep the heart open. And find your angle. Ideally, just about 1.5 feet off the floor, but parallel to the floor is great. You know, just be wherever you need to be to really work with where you are. Now, in some of these leg movements, you might feel and notice a little bit of strain or action in the hip area. And that's really normal. Like you're really working muscles that you generally don't work. So it's just the reality of the movement. Keep going, we're almost there, just a little bit more. And you're there, inhale both. Exhale, bring it down. Hug it into the chest, stretch out that lower back. Rock side to side. And then relax on your back and just let go. Beautiful. Let's keep the energy going. You have a little bit longer relaxations coming soon. But for now, bringing knees to the chest, rocking up and down or side to side, whatever is most going to support you today. And then coming all the way forward on your next breath to come into a seated position. Now, what we're going to do here, this is kind of a counterintuitive movement. You might need to coordinate it first. I know I do. But what we want to do is we're going to inhale up, hands into fists, exhale down in jazz hands, hitting the seventh rib, that side. So it's a very active movement. You inhale, and you keep going. So if you need to coordinate because you want to do jazz hands up above and fists down below, just slow it down a little bit, but just know that that's the intention. So we're working with really circulation of that creative energy in this seventh rib. Close the eyes. And don't be afraid to hit the sides of your rib cage. Spread those fingers nice and wide. This is also a great movement for the hands. Keep the chin at a right angle. Beautiful. Keep going. Final few seconds. Last one, inhale up. Hands are in fists. Reach up, fingers spread wide. Reach up, 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 up. Exhale. And make any movement you need. And then come to stillness to relax. And just be present with that experience. Beautiful. So the next two movements are in frog pose. And frog pose is not for everyone. So ideally, your heels are going to be touching. That gives you, so frog pose is meant to be a very stable posture. It's kind of like your rootedness, your anchoring. And if that is not an option, you can simply open your knees a little bit more. You just bring a little bit more stability into it. Another thing that can happen is it might help you if you put a pillow underneath your heels if you're having problems with kind of bringing that in. So that's another option. And then the idea is that you bring your fingertips to the floor between your knees. So sometimes what can happen is because you don't have long enough arms, you're finding yourself forward and that gets you off balance. So bring something, a flat surface, folded blanket or something to bring yourself back into that balance space. So just kind of sense into what you need. And the first movement, we're just going to stay here. And of course, if this is not going to work for you because of your knees, just adjust any which way. I think that one great option is to bring a stool or something and you're just basically kind of doing the same thing, but just like a slight bend with the knees, if that helps, or any variation thereof. Being creative is really helpful. Okay, so the first movement, we're just going to bring the chin to the chest and begin to imagine the chin as a pen that is drawing these big circles so that we're circulating the head. The head is making these nice big circles around the shoulders. And the breath is going to fall into place. But this posture is also working on the spine and lower back. Alignment, alignment, alignment is all that supports the sciatic nerve. And just give yourself permission. So the invitation is to just go in one direction, yet if you feel moved to shift, then go ahead and trust that movement. Enjoy the slow rolling of the neck. And now with your next inhale, coming to center, keeping that chin at a right angle, and exhale. Now you're going to be invited to stay in frog pose. So the next one is opening up the shoulders. And the way we're going to do that is also a balancing. So we're going to pull back, straight back. So it's really straight back because we're opening up the shoulder area. I see a lot of people that sometimes do this. It's really more straight back. We're inhaling as you stretch back, exhale as you bring it down, and you're keeping your balance because of the posture. Okay, ready? And let's begin. Keep that chin at a right angle. If you need to open your eyes, no big deal, but the invitation is to just keep them focused inward at the brow point. Almost there, doing beautiful. Final ones. Now inhale as you pull back, stay there, balance. Exhale, release. Shake it out. I'm going to move on this side because I can see the sun rays coming towards me. And now come onto your back. So we're going to be doing a nice deep integration here that is not quite finished with the Kriya, but it's just giving an opportunity for the body to receive what you've done so far. So inviting you to make any movement you need to really let go and then surrender deeply into corpse pose. And what you want to do is focus your eyes, concentrate at the brow point while systematically relaxing your body from toes to head. So imagining yourself releasing and softening the toes, feet, and ankles, relaxing and releasing any and all tension and holding patterns from the shins, the knees, the hamstrings and thighs, releasing and relaxing the pelvis and the weight of the pelvis as it softens into the floor. Imagining and allowing spaciousness in between the vertebrae as you soften the torso, releasing the chest, the lungs, the navel, the heart, softening the back, feeling the weightedness of the body landing into the floor as you surrender the weight of the shoulders, giving yourself a little bit of a shrug if you need it to release those shoulders, relaxing the arms, the hands, the fingers, feeling yourself softening the neck, releasing and opening up space in between the vertebrae of the neck. Imagining that softening coming into the cranial structure, releasing all the tension from the face, softening the jaw, the mouth, the lips, the tongue, the eyes, everything melting away into the earth as you just continue to concentrate at the third eye. And just inviting you to take a nice deep breath in. Bringing your attention back into the body and exhale. And for the next movement, you're going to stay on your backs. I want to invite you to bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the floor. You're going to bring your heels together and keep the feet flat on the floor, bringing the knees together. The arms are alongside the body with the palms facing down. And what we're going to do here, this is an adjustment for the hip area and pelvis. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this flapping movement. So on the inhale, still with my feet into the floor and the heels together, I open my knees and then I exhale to bring them back. And the idea is that I move quickly. And again, it's really important to this movement to be effective by keeping the feet on the floor and the heels together. And keep going. It's like a flapping movement. Of course, listening to your body and just taking care of you as you need to. Almost there. Doing great. And inhale as you open the knees. Suspend the breath. Bring the knees together, still suspending the breath. And exhale as you hug the knees in, stretch it out there. And just rest hugging the knees here. Allowing the body to receive what you just did. Beautiful. For the next one, we're going to stimulate the thyroid gland. And what we're going to do, staying right where we are, hugging the knees to the chest, we're going to invite the chin to the chest as we slowly and smoothly move the head up in 4 counts and slowly and smoothly move the head down at 4 counts to let the entire head rest. So complete the movement up and down. I like to think of it as bringing your chin to the chest so that your head actually is held by your neck instead of dragging your head. So go ahead and begin a nice smooth count of 4 to bring the chin to the chest, nose to the knees, and then a smooth count in 4 to release the head to the floor. And just allow the breath to be what it is. The breath usually regulates to what is most natural. And you're almost there, doing great. And inhale up. And exhale down. Resting, relaxing the legs. Just inviting the body to receive. Beautiful. Hugging knees to the chest once again. Rocking up and down or side to side, wherever you need. Coming all the way forward on your next breath to come once again into a seated position. And what we're going to do for the next one, we are actually going to be using the mantra of HAR. H-A-R. It sounds like a D because you're flicking the tongue to the upper palate. HUD, HUD, HUD. The face, the mouth stays open. It's really the movement of the tongue that is making the sound happen. So we are going to hold a specific posture with this. And I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is all about the chin and the head and the shoulders, right? So we're going to bring our palms, both palms are facing down. And we're going to rest the right palm over the left palm at the center of our heart. The chin is at a right angle. You're seated, rooted, extended. And then we're just going to follow the sound of HUD. Eyes are going to be slightly open, focused at the tip of the nose. And go ahead and begin. HUD, 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 HUD. Now continue the same for the next minute. You're going to do a projection of the navel. So it's going to become a powerful projection, pulling that navel in at every HUD, 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 HUD. Eyes still focus at the tip of the nose. HUD, 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 HUD. Last one. HUD. Inhale. Close the eyes and begin to puff the cheeks. Breathe long and deep through the nose. The eyes are closed, the cheeks are puffed. You want to keep a lot of pressure in the cheeks. So every inhale that you make, take advantage and bring more air into the cheeks to really build that pressure. We're working with bringing blood flow into the cells of the skin for regeneration. Make sure you're keeping that chin at a right angle, staying rooted into the earth through the sit bones. Shoulders relax. And now you're going to stay right where you are. The only thing we're going to add are the eyes. So you're still breathing long and deep through the nose. And the only thing we're going to do is open our eyes. You're going to look left for about 3 seconds, really stretching those eyes. And right, up, and down. Keep the cheeks puffed up. I can't do it and talk at the same time, so just keep everything the same. Moving the eyes, keeping the head steady. Left, right, up, and down. Keep those cheeks really nice and pressured. Doing great. We're almost there. Shoulders relaxed. And now inhale, close the eyes. Puffed cheeks are still puffed. Puff them even more. Increase the pressure. Stretch up with the arms. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, relax, rest, and settle into the breath as you just allow the awareness to notice how the body receives the experience. We have one more exercise to complete this Kriya. So the last one is all about adjustment of the neck. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the left hand and press it into the left side of the head. While the head presses in, the hand presses in, resisting. You're going to count about 4 seconds and then release. And we're going to do the same thing to the right side. And then release. And you're just going to keep going. That's all you're going to do, alternating from one side to the other. It's really helpful not to rush. Let yourself complete the movement. There's no place to go. There's only the experience, and it's in the resistance that the neck aligns. Make sure you're keeping the neck or the head nicely aligned. The head stays right where it is. The chin stays at a right angle. Just pressing and releasing, allowing the neck to organize itself back into place. And when you're complete, take a nice breath in. And exhale. And just rest here for a moment as you breathe. meditating on the sound current of Sat Nam through the flow of the breath. Feeling the experience, feeling the way that the body receives the experience. And now go ahead and come onto your backs for a final deep relaxation as we simply allow the body to receive. Remember, this is where everything happens on your behalf. So really support yourself to be deeply surrendered into corpse pose, comfortable, allowing yourself to deeply receive all that has happened, and really allow and invite the body to use it on its own behalf as you let go and completely relax and receive the greatness of your practice today. Inviting you to know that everything has been done and really trusting the process and the wisdom of your body to attend to itself. Allowing the body to sink into a deep, deep relaxation as you invite the lower body to relax and release all the tension. Really squeezing the toes, feet, and ankles, and relaxing. Squeezing the shins, the hamstrings, the knees, the leg structure, and release, relaxing. Squeezing the buttocks, tightening the pelvis, the navel, bringing lots of tension, and release. Tension into the torso, the chest, and release. Tension into the shoulders, squeezing tight, and release. Tightening and bringing hands into fists, the arms, every part of that whole arm structure, and release. Squeezing the neck, the shoulders. Let's do it all again. Squeeze tight, bringing the neck in this time, and release. Squeezing the face, the teeth, the mouth, and release. Letting go and surrendering the tongue, the lips softening, the muscles softening throughout the body. As you let go, relax, relax and surrender deeply to the breath. Focusing on the sound current of Sat Nam as you invite yourself to really release the hold of any thought, any sensation, surrendering deeply to the breath. Just inviting you to gently bring your attention back into the body as you inhale deep, suspending the breath, and exhale. With your eyes still closed, gently wiggle fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles in one direction and then in the other. Take a nice deep breath in as you stretch arms over the head along the floor. Stretch, reach, move. Big exhale, rubbing palms over the heart. Soles of the feet up in the air, rubbing briskly and vigorously. Bringing feet to the earth as you palm the eyes by placing palms over the eyes. Preparing the eyes for the light as you open eyes inside of the palms. And focus at the point where the two palms meet. Slowly begin to take the two palms still together away. Extending arms and legs for a cat stretch as you bring the right knee in over to the left. Breathe long and deep. And reversing on your next breath, left knee in over to the right. Breathe long and deep. Hugging both knees to the chest as you stretch it out there and just rocking side to side. And if possible, up and down or stay side to side. With your next breath, either rolling or rocking as we come forward to close. Taking a moment here just to be in gratitude with the experience, the breath, the body, and you for making this space for you, knowing that as you work with you, so do you be in service, bringing goodness to the world by working on yourself and bringing this energy out into the world. We send it all out with the sunshine song. As we bring our palms together, thumbs into the sternum, I want to invite you to bring to your attention a person or a situation you might be holding in your heart that you would like to dedicate this blessing to. Inhale. See it in your heart. And exhale. And let's close. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Satnam. May this Kriya bring you grace. May it bring you strength of heart. And may it bring you lots of life and vitality. Satnam.